Hello there everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the brand new hero that has only just recently, like 2 days ago, come to the game, and her name is Flutter. She's a brand new constructor. We're going to be going over everything you need to know about her, how to get her, how her perk works, how you should use her, all the builds, everything, etc. So yeah, let's get into it. So first things first, how to get the hero. I have already done the quest, so I'm gonna have to use a photo of it. Big thank you to Dylan for sending me this photo. All you have to do is run any power level Survive the Horde. Survive the Horde is the kind of newish game mode. It's come around a couple times now, but we haven't had it in over a year, so I'm gonna call it new. And all you have to do in any power level is complete the modifier, not the normal one. This is just the basic one, as you can see here. You have to complete any weekly modifier mission. So you can do it in any power level whatsoever. Say you're in the really low ones, or you have an ult that's really low. Just join it, run it. It takes about an hour to do. I'll upload the videos or VODs of how we've been completing it on stream. I'll upload them soon. But yeah, all you have to do is run one of them and you should get her. As long as you do wave 15 and complete it and you're in the mission and you've finished the mission from wave 15, you should have her. As long as you're doing the weekly modifier, not the basic one. The basic one only gets you hotwire. You need to do the modified one to get the new hero Flutter. So I hope that clears that up. So you've got the hero now, you have this one, and you should have the other hero, Hotwire. I'll make a video on him soon. But yeah, you've got the hero, so now we're going to go over what she does. She's pretty good. Her standard perk in the support is Wisp Light. Plasma Pulse Elimination, summon a Wisp, up to 8 Wisps, that orbits around you for 15 seconds, dealing 37 base damage on hit. So if you've ever played Brawl Stars, I don't know whether you have, but there's a character in the game called Melody. And her main perk is the things spin around her and deal a bunch of damage. So it's a bit like that. I don't know whether most of you have played Brawl Stars, but I definitely have. And it reminded me of her, so I just had to mention that. But yeah, that's basically the perk. They spin around like they're the riffs from Battle Royale. There's like these butterfly thingies, and they go woo, and they deal a bunch of damage. I'll try and get a bit of gameplay on screen with what they do. And that's just decent. It's nice. It's a very nice support perk. From reading it, it's nice. I've tried her out, and it's nice. And then her commander perk, this is where it gets good. Wisp Light plus Plasma Pulse Elimination, summon a Wisp up to 8 that orbits you for 20 seconds. That is a long ass time, like a long time. And quick thing, they even last while you're knocked, so they can do damage even when you're dead, which is pretty cool. Dealing 112 base damage on hit. It is physical damage, but that's her perk. We'll go over the build now, and it from reading it, it sounds really nice. Really nice. So yeah, we'll go over the best build now. So this is the best build I've found. I'm not joking. I think I spent about 2 hours trying stuff out yesterday, and it just wasn't surviving in the 160s. The 3 things you have to take into consideration here is damage, cooldown, and survivability. If you can make a build with all 3 of them, you're cooking. So the main thing I'm struggling with is survivability, but I used Blast in the past so that we have that survivability, but then we have a longer cooldown. But the fact that the Wisp Lights stay for like 20 seconds, it pretty much takes our uptime to like almost half. It's a 36-second cooldown, well 36.9 second cooldown, but the Wisps stay up for 20 seconds, so we've only got a 16.9 second cooldown. Let's just round that up to 17. So it's almost like half of it being uptime, half of it being downtime. So over half being uptime, which is good. That's a nice ratio. You could honestly use Happy Holidays, but I couldn't survive. I tried so many different builds. I tried shield builds, I tried health builds, I tried extra arm. The only way I found with Happy Holidays I could survive is with an Armored Baron, and still it just wasn't working. But this is what I've cooked up, and I've got damage, I've got heals, I've got cooldown, I've got a bit of everything. So yeah, Wisplight in the lead, just cause it's the hero we're making the video on. Blast in the past, removing all of our shield and increasing our health by 200%. So we have double health, and because she's a constructor, it increases our health by a lot. Because I'm 99% sure they have the most base health in the game. Because usually when you play a constructor, you get like 2 more health with blast on. Then we have malfunction, increasing the radius of the plasma pulse mines. The reason I put this one in here, purely based on the fact that I was struggling to get the as long as you place it correctly, you should be good without this perk. But because I was struggling to place it right around the husks, this just helped out a lot, activating the actual perk that we're trying to use. It was helping a lot getting them wisps up, because I was kind of struggling without it. This just helps touch more husks, dealing more damage, killing more husks, so then we can get the wisps up. So yeah, that's malfunction. Survivalist for the healing, because we're pretty much a high health tank now. This just helps keep us alive, if that makes sense. You could use coconuts, but then there's like more stuff going into it. And the only other health thing that I saw that I thought of was base MD, but you're not really putting your base down, so that doesn't really make sense. You do have like Vigor and stuff, you could use them instead of one of the blast heroes, but in my opinion, it's just not enough health. When I was like playing and trying the build out, I was getting killed too quick, so this probably won't even keep you alive anyways, but it's just there. I don't recommend using this build in 160s. I talk about it later, I'm gonna talk about it now as well. I just don't recommend it because like it just, you get killed too quick. It just doesn't, it can't work in 160s. In any other mission, it's fine. 140s and below, you are chilling. You're cooking even. There's so much versatility with this hero, it's insane. But like sub 160s, you're good. In 160s, it's a lot harder. You need a good team that knows what they're doing to pull off Flutter. Like you can do it. Like me and Brad duoed a 160 yesterday, but it's hard, if that makes sense. With Flutter, like it's a lot harder. Like, it's in no way the greatest build of all time in a 160. But in ventures and stuff, early game ventures, it cooks. It's nice. It's very nice. But yeah, I'm digressing. Go back to the subject. Then we got, so yeah, that's our healing. Then we got 1 hot minute. This decreases the cooldown. It takes the cooldown from 45 seconds to our 36.9 that we had recently. So that's just a nice 18% less, which is good. Next, we have Saurian Hide. While shield is depleted, increases armor by 33. Because we're using Blast, we have no shield. It's just an always uptime of 33 armor, which means you take less damage. And lastly, we have Saurian Fight. While shield is depleted, because Blast in the past it is, it increases our ability damage by 20%. I did test this. I didn't test it fully, but I was like 99% sure it increased the damage. It increased the damage of the wisps like a tiny bit, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to check it again, but don't quote me on that 100%. I'll have to check it and put it down in the comments. I wasn't sure whether it did. I can't remember now. So yeah, that's pretty much a build. Slow field just in case shit hits the fan during the defense, and adrenaline rush. I hope that wasn't like too much happen. Hope you guys understand why I put everything in there. But yeah, now for the gameplay. So then guys, we loaded into the first category before we just ran this because I wanted to try and see how it would do in a 160. I'd seen before, but I wanted to see again. So here we are on the encampment. It killed a lot of the mini husks very easily, but then when we got to the high health targets and how much damage they do, I just could not survive. You can see, I think I go down here, yeah. Like I just could not survive. I tried my best. I did another 160 before this as well. I kind of forgot to record, but we won't talk about that one. But yeah, as you can see, I'm swinging on this Mist Monster, and he is not dying. I even ran away to do a tactical retreat. I beat this guy up, and then I think I end the gameplay around here. No, I don't. I go back for it. I'm gonna go kill him. I was waiting for my Flutter, that was it. Then he only just dies to the Plasma Pulse. And does this mean it is a bad build? Hell no. It just means it may not be able to perform it at 160, which I don't think it can if you're trying to solo it, like at all. It's not one of those amazingly strong discharger builds. I'll obviously talk more about this in the conclusion, but I'm talking about it now as well. It's just one of those builds that are mainly there to have fun. Not one of those that you're going to be sweating about like Zenith or something like that. Major insane tanky DPS build. And then I'm swinging on this Mist Monster, and he finally dies. GG's. So that was the encampment. I didn't really get much more gameplay than that in the 160. But yeah, the build is not bad in any way. I'm going to run an encampment mission right now, and I will show you guys when we do that. My bad, guys. The mic settings on the first one were a little bit high. I just had an update from my voice mod. But we're in the second mission, first encampment. We got a smasher here, and this is where the build, I'd say, is peak. When you have a fuck ton of enemies and one group of like husks, like a horde of husks, that it can just shred through. Because the damage isn't that bad. The amount of times it's ticking away per second, it's not bad at all. We're here on the second encampment now, and like as I said, when you're in that nice group and you pop your Plasma Pulse, the Plasma Pulse is doing bare damage as it is anyways. A lot of damage. But then that Flutter comes in and you can go somewhere else and still do damage there as well. And when they're all around you and stuff, you just go brrr, and it's like, I don't know, like a force field. As I said earlier, it's like Melody from Brawl Stars, which is pretty sick. Or Amber's gadget. They're both the same pretty much. Yeah, waiting for the fly. The only thing is I can complain about is the cooldown. But if you want the health to survive in the high zones, you kind of need the cooldown to be a bit high, so you can have blast. And you might need a couple, like 50 or so healing pads if you're trying to run it a lot. And then we get another Flutter. Not the best placement of where I could put it from Mr. Amp there. And then we just go kill these gunslingers. This is a 140 encampment, may I add as well. So it's not like it's a low power level. It's pretty high power level. But there, a lovely crowd, a lovely horde of husks, and it just melts through them. And then we run in like a certain orientation. It's the opposite way of which the flutterflies are going. And from what I remember, it should kill and do more like attack speed. It should kill the husks quicker and do a bit more damage that way, because it's like going through the husks a bit more. I don't know. That's how it works in Brawl Stars, so I'm just assuming that's how it works in Fortnite. It makes sense. It looks like you're doing more damage from my eyes at least. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're playing as Flutter. But here's when we're a little bit weak because we don't have our uptime up, and then we whack our thingy back down. Or do we wait here? I'm not 100% sure. I think we whack it down there. Beautiful placement. And you can see that radius is just helping out a lot. That radius is very, very nice. It's just right in your face. Then we go on to the fourth encampment. I'm pretty sure this is a nice one. I can't remember. It was like 2 minutes ago since I made this and done the mission. Okay, but like as you can see, they're crowding up, they're grouping up, and that's when you play at peak, and then you drop it down and you kill a lot of husks. A lot. We're even killing the mist monsters. And as I said, this is a 140. It's not like it's a low power level. I'm not showing it off in the low 82s or something like that. I'm showing it off in a pretty high power level. 140 is the max level husk for ventures, so it will work in on 140 100%. I'm 99% sure. I haven't got to 140 ventures yet, but when I do, I'll let you guys know. I might try it, and who knows, maybe featured in a venture video. But yeah, we're waiting for the husk to respawn. We got 4-second cooldown on our Flutter ability. We're gonna throw that down in a second. Oh, here's a perfect group of husks getting drawn by bread. We whack it down, get our flutters going, and then we just start killing all the husks. The actual damage, 16k damage, like, it's multiple times per second though, because it's just going around, spinning. So I'd say around 16k damage per second, but that's on average, because you can have more times it hits in a second. There's no way to really like see how much damage it is doing per second. But now on for the, I think it's the 5th one now. I can't see, I'm on small mode. Okay, so this was the favorite, my most favorite encampment of the entire gameplay, and you will see why in a second. The way they group up is insane. It's insane. So I whacked my plasma pools down. I think it's on the 2nd wave of this one. At the moment, we're killing them quite nicely. It's propaners, pitches, etc., nurses. It shreds nurses as well, may I add. They don't have time to regenerate because they're just dead. And it's quite GG. We kill that one, Waiting for my plasma pools to come back. We go in constructor for a little second, because that's the thing about her kit. You have go in constructor, plasma pools, and bull rush, and you also have a base on top of that. That's a pretty nice kit if you ask me. Lots of versatility with this hero. Might have said that before, but I'm saying it again. Now this is where they crowd absolutely perfect. Is it this bit? It might not be this bit yet. I can't remember. I don't think it was that bit, because there was a bit where they were crowding so nicely. It might be the wave after this, actually. I was trying to see whether it would have hit the beehive. It did not hit the beehive. Oh yeah, it's here. Look at the placement of these husks. I res bread, and by the time she's resed, I have my plasma pools ready, and they are so perfectly placed. This is the best bit. I might show this bit in the intro. Like, you whack that plasma pools down, and they are all dead within a matter of seconds. That's going in the intro, that is. It's so nice. So nice. That was peak. That's where this video and this build in general just comes into play. It's when you have that nice grouping where they're next to each other, which isn't every single time, but in an encampment mission, it will be quite common. Especially in, like, I don't know, Hexylvania, a season where there's like that weird terrain where they're all pushed together a little bit. I can think of the perfect spawn, the one that I did in the Raven video. This is going to be peak in Hexylvania. And so then, guys, I'm pretty sure that's enough gameplay. I could be showing gameplay for hours, but then this video would be way too long and probably not hit anyone's recommended pages. And just for time's sakes, I'm going to cut the gameplay there. So for the conclusion, Flutter, she is an amazing hero in my opinion. Definitely not S tier. I'd say maybe low A tier, high B tier. She's no way as strong as a discharger. She is just one of those that you whack on to have fun with. And at the end of the day, as long as you're having fun and winning missions, of course, like that's mostly the main bit. But as long as you're having fun, then I call that a win for the day. I can't lie. Not every build has to be doing a billion, trillion, bazillion, gazillion damage to be classed as fun. And in my opinion, this build classes as fun as fuck. Like, I love this build so much. I might even supercharge Flutter just to piss off some people, because she is so, I love her. I love the hero, and the bat bling is peak. But if we talk about on an actual level, her utility is out of this world. She's got util like Zenith, which is saying something. She has her plasma pool. She has a base. She has main perk, the fucking Wisp Light. She has Bull Rush. She has Going Constructor. The amount of builds you could do with this hero incorporated into it is limitless. Legit. Like, any constructor that has plasma pools, you can whack her in. She's there. Like, she can be used in so many builds. Like, actually, so many builds. Because like 99% of constructors have plasma pools. It's just a thing. Like, a lot of them have plasma pools. Go to the top here, we see all the constructors that have plasma pools. I might have a couple dupes, and here are all the ones with plasma pools. Almost every single constructor that I know of has plasma pools. There we go, and get into the dupe ones. I have like almost every single hero in the game, and a lot of the constructors in this game have plasma pools. So like the amount of times you can use this hero is insane. It's a lot. But yeah, about the 160s and the level usage, I would recommend not using her in the 160s. She's not that type of hero. Unless you've got a teammate that knows what they're doing, I wouldn't recommend using her in pubs and stuff, because it just, the damage and the health just doesn't support it. But 140s and below, go ahead. It's very fun. You can see in the gameplay, it's so nice damage wise. It may not be the most OP build in the game, but as I said earlier, as long as you're having fun, there's not much more you can do. And that's why I like this build very, very much. She's like Eternal Wanderer in my opinion. She's one of those builds that you whack on, have fun, use her in adventures, use her in encampments, use her in kill missions, and she's just there, you know. She's one of those, and that's enough for me, in my opinion. That is enough for me. Others may see differently, and that is perfectly fine. But yeah, I love Flutter. She's a very good hero. I rate her a good old 8 out of 10 on my scale, just cause of how fun she is. Like, and the bat bling. Like, you can't say that bat bling's terrible. That is such a nice bat bling, but the bat bling doesn't come into it, but it did with Mag. For her to be viable in 160s, just to touch on this really quick, she would need a major buff. Definitely health. Like, I don't know, just throwing these ideas out there. Maybe every kill you get with a Wisp gets you health, even a tiny percentage of health, just something, because your survivability is fucking terrible with this build. No offense, it's just in that high 160 zone, you just take more damage than you can deal and heal up with. It's just not good. If you were to run this in 160s, you need some sort of armor buff, maybe 8 armor from like every Wisp you get. I'm just throwing this out there. These are just ideas that I got while making the video. And then you need one last thing. You need a better way to get the Wisps, because like from playing with this build, I've probably spent about like 8 hours with this build now, which is a fair amount of that. Fair amount of time for a build. And when you're throwing it on that encampment, if you miss by like a minuscule amount, especially on the lower ones because there's less husks about, but if you miss, your perk is dead for 36 seconds. So if there's like a way that you could get, say, 1 Wisp, and then every kill you get with a Wisp grants you another Wisp, to the point where you max out at like 8, which it already maxes out at, that would just be nice. Just another way to get them Wisps would be really good. So if you're watching this epic, I don't know whether you are, but if you are, just some form of buff to this hero, just so it makes her viable in a 160, would be very, very nice of you. You don't have to do that, but it would just be nice, because I'm not saying this hero is bad in any way. She is very fun, as I said earlier. She's one of those that you whack on just to have fun with. But if you were to make her viable in a 160, she would need buffs. There's no other way to go around it. She would need a buff, because she just takes too much damage. The damage is quite nice on her. When you have all them Wisps up, the damage is really good. But it's just with getting them Wisps and then staying alive with them Wisps, which I guess is kind of a skill issue. But you could see in some of the gameplay, and some of the gameplay I made like off screen and just playing, you're just getting shredded in the 160s. But yeah, I'm rambling on too much. I've spent like 6 minutes talking. I'm gonna go to the outro. Peace out. Thank you guys for listening to that conclusion. So I hope I didn't ramble too much about that conclusion, and that was mainly constructive criticism. I love this hero so much. I'm not calling her bad in any way in the end there. I'm not complaining either. I'm just saying, if you want to get her in the 160, you'll need some buffs to do so. But yeah, that was the video, guys. Hope you guys have found this video helpful. I did spend a lot of time making this video, because like trying new heroes out, it's not easy. It's not easy. It takes a minute, especially editing it as well with a lot of yap of I yap too much. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have found this video helpful. If you have, like, subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions. Use my create code in the Fortnite item shop. Thank you to everyone that has been using it. I appreciate you very, very much. Check out one of the videos on screen. Like, subscribe. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out. Bye bye.